Hey guys, so today I'm doing this awesome Eric Draven The Crow look for you. I'm kind of new to the series and everything, but I've seen all the movies and I'm a huge fan. And I was looking through some of my stuff today trying to figure out like what kind of video do I want to do. And I realized I have basically everything in my wardrobe to recreate the look from the original Crow movie, including this incredibly cheesy fake crow that I rigged onto my leather jacket. So if you want to see how I put all this look together from top to bottom, hair, makeup, outfit, keep on watching. On a side note, I am going to Youmacon this year, and hopefully one of the days that I'm there I will be rocking this look. So the first thing that I'm going to do is pin back my hair, and I would suggest that whatever shirt that you want to wear with the costume you put on before you put your makeup on, just so that when you're pulling it over your head, you're not getting white makeup all over the inside of it. The main makeups that I'm going to use are obviously going to be white and black. I have two Snazaroo colors. They're water-based colors, and I suggest something water-based just because cream never really works for me. So I'm just going to start out by putting on the white with a brush. I later found out that this brush wasn't the greatest, so I also patted it over with my fingers, but anything that you have will work. And yeah, just get that on there. You just need a solid white base. It's okay if it's a little streaky and grungy. Eric's makeup wasn't perfect in the movie either, so just get a base down and then we'll move on from there. The main reason I would suggest water-based paints over grease paints is simply that grease paints don't set like water-based paints do, and so they move around a lot more. Water-based paints will only come off with water, so maybe if you sweat or get wet it'll kind of move around a bit, but other than that you should be good. After I got all this down, I just went over it with a white powder that I got at the Halloween store, just to make sure that everything was set really well and it was a little bit less streaky, but like I said, that's not a big deal, so after that your base is done and we can move on. Now, because I'm completely technically challenged, I accidentally deleted a good chunk of what I had filmed while I was importing. So I'm going to come back into it with what I've got done and catch you right back up. So basically all I did was some eyeshadow, I shaded in the wrinkles on my face, and I got started on my mouth. So basically with the eyes, all you're going to do is fill in your waterline with a black eyeliner, preferably waterproof, but whatever you have will work. And then you're just going to take any old black eyeshadow and just make raccoon eyes. It can go all the way up to your brows. I filled in my brows a little bit to make them look a little bushier and hairier like a man's eyebrows, since Eric Draven is a dude. And then I wrinkled my forehead and just used a little bit of eyeshadow to just kind of fill in my wrinkles and make them stand out a little bit, give it a little more grunge. I contoured the sides of my face just to make everything a little bit harsher. So I'm using a waterproof eyeliner on my lips. You can use whatever you have. Eyeliner will actually work just fine, especially if it's waterproof. It should last pretty well and give you a nice matte finish. I do have some black lipsticks, but I warn you, a lot of them don't last very well or will get kind of patchy, so just make sure whatever you're getting is good. And now once the lips are filled in, we can get started on the lip lines that extend from the corner of the mouth outwards. When it comes to these little details, I suggest looking at a reference photo just to make sure that you're kind of getting it accurate to the original. I had a reference photo pulled up on my phone that I was looking at, and that kind of helped. I did mess up a couple of times. If that happens, just wipe it off, reapply the white, and start over. It's no big deal. So I had to do this a couple of times to get it symmetrical and everything. Once you have one side down, that's pretty easy, but two sides is a lot harder because all of a sudden it has to be symmetrical and that's a pain in the butt. But like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, and once you get them about good, it'll look fine. Just smudge it around a bit with your fingers, make sure it's nice and grungy, and you're set to go. So now you can go ahead and put the points over and under the eyes. I'm going to use the Snazaroo water-based paint to do this. The only thing I would suggest is if you use a water-based paint to get this close to your eye, just be a little careful. You don't want to get it in your eye. and since it's so wet, it has the chance to kind of run up into it, so don't go all the way to the water line with it. There's enough black around your eye that it'll blend in once you kind of smudge it around with your fingers. So basically, the method you want to use to do this is the Bob Ross method, so make a trunk, and then go back and forth down it and make a happy little pine tree. And then once you've made the happy little pine tree, take your finger and smudge the crap out of it. That way you don't have a perfect point, and it gives it a better, kind of grungier look. And it just will be less perfect that way, which is kind of what you're going for. So once I finished with those and had them about as symmetrical as I was going to get them, the last thing I wanted to do was just touch everything up with a little bit of black eyeshadow to make sure that it was all really diffused and grungy like I'd been wearing this makeup for a while. I also took it through some of my wrinkles again just to make those stand out a little bit more. Eric's makeup was pretty set into his lines and wrinkles, but after that, you're pretty much done with your face and we can move on to the hair. So for my hair, I've got 3 different things. This really tough gel, I have a Marrakesh oil, which is just a hair oil, and the third thing I had was a Frizzies, like, kind of stay-in conditioner. So I started with the Frizzies and just rubbed that through my hands and then straight into my hair with it. After that, I went into the tough hair gel. It feels like glue and smells like it too. It's pretty gross. I did not like it at all. It's just something that I think I accidentally stole from my brother. He uses it to sculpt wigs and things for cosplay. So I ran that through, and then I grabbed the oil, and when I was running that through my hair, it smells a lot better. And I basically just repeated this process a few times until I got that kind of wet look that I was going for, a little curly and kind of gross, and then onto my outfit. So as I said, in my wardrobe I kind of already had the perfect outfit. I distressed this shirt myself using something called a Shoreform tool. It basically is a cheese grater, but woodworkers use them in things. I had black jeans, these kind of combat style black boots I already had as well. The only thing I don't really have that would complete the look is a floor length black jacket. He has a black leather kind of trench coat that goes all the way down. I just have this short biker jacket, but hey, it works. And then the little necklace with the ring on it, and your outfit is good to go. Don't forget to run to the Halloween store and pick up a crappy crow, and your look is completely done. I had a lot of fun making this, and I can't wait to rock it at Youmacon.